How did you teach the beat-up Honda owner a lesson? I kept 3 sorority girls as prisoners for an entire week, using nothing but water and winter. The worst blizzard in years was hammering our college town, but that just meant the parties moved indoors instead of canceling. I was navigating through near zero visibility with Sarah, this mechanical engineering major who'd built actual robots and somehow agreed to date me, when we reached my street and found 3 beat-up Hondas strategically blocking every inch of my driveway entrance. They'd parked them at perfect angles to make it physically impossible for any car to get through, while they partied 3 houses down without a care in the world. Maybe they'll move soon, Sarah said, but I could tell she didn't believe it either. 6 months of parties never bothered me because I had zero social life to interrupt, but these kids managed to block my driveway on literally the only night I had someone worth bringing home. That's when I decided to find out which drunk idiots were ruining my night with their trashy Hondas. We fought through waist-high snow to the party house, where the windows were literally vibrating from bass. I pounded until the door flew open, revealing 3 girls in matching pink Sigma Sweetheart sweatshirts, holding White Claws like they discovered fire. Yeah, slurred the middle one, Brittany according to her necklace, swaying like a palm tree in a hurricane. Those Hondas are blocking my driveway, need you to move them. The tall blonde, Madison by her sorority paddle hanging on the wall behind her, burst out laughing. Oh my god, Brittany, he wants us to operate vehicles. We're literally plastered. That's like super illegal. So illegal, agreed the one in sunglasses at midnight, who I'd later learn was named Ashley. We're being responsible adults. Look, if you don't move them, I'm calling a tow truck. That's when Ashley finally noticed Sarah, gave her this long, disgusting up and down look, and announced at maximum volume, Jesus Christ, Brittany, look what he's dragging home. Honey, she's too ugly to waste a Friday night on. Just sleep in your car, save yourself the embarrassment. Madison added, we're doing you a favor. This is an intervention. The door slammed hard enough to knock icicles off the roof. Sarah's face went through about 12 emotions before landing on pure rage. You wanna have some fun? I asked her. Oh, we're going to have all the fun, she said, and I knew those girls had just started a war with the wrong mechanical engineering major. See, Sarah wasn't just smart, she was built a robot that could solve Rubik's Cubes. Smart. 30 minutes later, she'd MacGyvered my garden hose into what she called the Arctic Death Sprayer, using PVC pipe, duct tape, and pure spite. The temperature was plummeting, the storm was getting worse, and we had 8 hours to create our masterpiece. Listen carefully, Sarah commanded like a general preparing for battle. Foundation ice first, then structural ice, then what I call the eat dirt and die layer on top. We're going to make these cars look like woolly mammoths, frozen in time. We worked in shifts through that howling nightmare, taking turns holding the hose while the other warmed up inside, methodically coating those cars until they looked like someone had dipped them in glass and rolled them in more glass. The wheels, ice boulders. The door handles, frozen turkey legs. The windshields got so thick you'd need dynamite to see through them. Should we put ice nipples on Brittany's hood? Sarah asked at 3 in the morning, delirious from cold. Absolutely, I said. 7:30 sharp, we posted at my window with Irish coffee and front row seats to the apocalypse. The 3 girls stumbled out in last night's party clothes, mascara making them look like rejected pandas, and their screams when they saw their cars probably registered in nearby counties. What the actual hell? Brittany shrieked, running toward her Honda cycle in stilettos before immediately eating dirt on the ice, taking Ashley down like dominoes. They tried everything. Hair dryers that might as well have been birthday candles, kettles of boiling water that just added artistic layers to our sculpture. Madison tried chipping with her acrylic nail until it snapped off, and she released a string of profanity that would make truckers take notes. Sarah and I walked past them to my perfectly ice-free truck parked right behind their frozen disasters. Brittany spun around, staring at my completely clear windshield, then back at her Honda cycle, then at my truck again. Wait, why isn't your truck covered in ice? Madison asked slowly, like her hungover brain was doing calculus. Lucky spot, I guess, I said, clicking my key fob. But you're literally right there, Ashley said, voice rising. Our cars look like glaciers and yours doesn't have a single drop of ice? Weird how that works, I said, opening my door for Sarah. Can you at least help us? Do you have anything that could melt this? Brittany begged. I actually laughed. Nah, I'm good. I glanced at their cars. Besides, they're too ugly to waste a Saturday morning on anyway. All 3 faces went white as they heard their own words thrown back at them with the same nasty tone they'd used on Sarah. They stood there frozen, just like their cars as we drove off. 7 days and several missed exams later, they finally freed their cars, leaving chunks of paint frozen to my driveway, and nobody ever blocked it again.